Okay, today let's talk about Hot Wheels and my involvement with Hot Wheels. The greatest thing about Hot Wheels is you can buy them for 99 cents pretty much everywhere, and they're for people of all ages, from like 2 years old to, 100 years old. My Hot Wheels story actually started back in 2016 when I got approached by Hot Wheels asking if I was interested in collaborating with them. These were the very first ones back in 2016. Ironically, I've yet to own a 356. I often say, I'm not cool enough to own a 356. But the greatest thing about Hot Wheels is you don't necessarily need to own the car to make a Hot Wheels model of it. But a few years later, I did get lucky when Hot Wheels said, okay, it's time to do the 277. Now, I've been with Hot Wheels for, by my math, almost 8 years. And probably 2-3 years into the relationship, they asked me, would I be interested in doing non-Porsches with them? And I'm all about doing cool stuff with cool people. So of course the answer to that question was yes. And if you come over here, I've probably done over 30 Hot Wheels with Mattel. And probably half of them are non-Porsches. We've got the Minis, we've got the Mopars, we've got the VWs, we've got the buses. So it's really, really cool to be able to collaborate, get your name on the packaging, have some of them based around your own cars. And these for me are like the greatest business card I could ever give out. I never sell them, I give them out all the time. I love doing these scavenger hunts when I'll hide them somewhere and do a little Instagram post where I say, hey, here it is, come and get it for free. I've done giveaways and signings. So for me, it's a real honor to be associated with Hot Wheels. Have some of my own cars immortalized, because growing up as a kid, who wouldn't want their car to be a Hot Wheels car? So one of the coolest things about Hot Wheels is there are literally 8 different variations of my 277 car. Here's the very first one, which is the OG red hood. And of course, they did a recolorway blue hood. Perhaps the rarest of the rare, though, are the Zymac ones. These ones were never officially launched. And you know what they are. They're the ones that have the decals but no paint. These are extremely hard to find in the original casting. So 1, 2, 3. Then of course there was a slant nose version. 3, 4, 5. This one is not officially the Zymac one. This one just has no paint compared to the non-slant nose version right there. So those are pretty unique. And also there's a 997 version of 277. And there's also a pretty awesome bus version of 277. See here, these were the very, very special, never released Zymac ones. I've actually given a few of these away, and these are extremely valuable. And then this one's pretty cool here, the 20 pack of all 277s. These were never officially made available. So let me know in comments below who's got all 8 versions of 277. So when the 277 edition came out in 2018, I started carrying one around the world in my pocket wherever I would travel. This literally became my good luck charm, and it's gone pretty much around the world. It's gone as far as Australia. In fact, I drove across Australia with this exact car. And the more I traveled, the more the paint rubbed off, and the more it became my good luck charm. Without a shadow of a doubt though, the coolest Hot Wheels collaboration is based on my 964. This came out in 2018. You had to be a member of the Hot Wheels Redline Club to get this casting. And unlike all the other castings where Hot Wheels may make 250,000 or 500,000 of them, this casting, they only made 5,000 examples. Comes in the box, it's numbered, and the greatest thing is, it's got the plexi case, and it actually has my figurine right there. But let's back up just a little bit before we get to that bit and talk about how this casting came about. All the other castings I've done with Hot Wheels, those castings already existed. But when they approached me about doing the 964, Hot Wheels didn't have a casting of my 964. Because what makes this car special are the louvered fenders, the channeled hood, the channeled roof, the rain guarded elite, and all the super cool things. So Hot Wheels had to create a unique casting that they'd never had before and that no one had ever used before. So essentially, they made a whole new casting with the louvered fenders, channeled hood and channeled roof. And their very first pieces were right here, 3D molded right here, before they did the actual casting right here. Now when the original car came out, which is this one here, it was actually a metallic and a slightly different version of the original color. So that was option or version number 1. Version number 2 came out a little bit later without the case in the actual correct color of outlaw slate gray. So that is version number 2. And then recently we did a whole different colorway of somewhat of an ice green metallic casting of the car with the hood stripes right here. Now the other unique thing about this particular casting is the rear deck lid opens up. So it's great not only having your own Hot Wheels car, but to actually have your own unique casting of your own car that never existed before is one of the coolest things I've done with Hot Wheels. So if you get a chance, let me know in the comments below if you have all 3 different variations of my Hot Wheels 964. Now the coolest thing about Hot Wheels is there are available everywhere at grocery stores, pretty much for next to nothing. I'm not sure where you get yours from, but for me, there's nothing cooler than just doing what I'm doing here and opening a box of Hot Wheels of the very actual car that we're on right here. So as I said earlier, I love to give these away. So stay tuned, because pretty soon I'm going to be putting these around downtown LA with a little sign that says, come and get it, free. So there it is, coming real soon, my free Hot Wheels 993. So I'm going to show you something that hardly ever happens, is to actually get a mock-up sample of the actual car. Normally these will just be digital renderings that I approve. But on this one, a little bit like the 964, I actually got a very cool mock-up of the livery before the car went into production. So the Hot Wheels 944 is actually loosely based on my 924 Carrera GT. Similar color scheme and livery, except this one is actually on a 944 casting as opposed to the 1980 924 Carrera GT. So one of the many cars I've done with Hot Wheels is the 944/924 CGT. So here for the first time are all 8 different variations of the Hot Wheels 277 on the actual 277 car. It does look pretty cool having the miniatures on the real deal. So the moral to the story is never give up on the dream, because this could be you. You could have your car immortalized as a Hot Wheels just like I did.